So yeah, Elizabeth, do you mind to tell us your journey? How did you get here where you are? Or maybe you want to start where you are and how you got there.
Right. Okay. Good morning, everyone. Um, First of all, um, I am just getting to a big milestone in my career and in this field. I am 9 months away from 40 years in this industry. So that's the biggest thing I should say. 40 years in the industry, what is keeping me there? Why am I still there? So it's a very interesting industry, and you've got to get it right, like Renata has said. Thank you, Renata, for this opportunity to share my experience and to add value to the attendees today. I'm trusting that everyone will go away with something of value that will make you move forward, one step, two step, 10 steps, depending on how far you want to go. But I do know that everyone will have something to take away today after 40 years of being in the industry. So my journey started as someone who wanted to be a lawyer. I had great uncles, family, close family members who were uncles and brothers to my parents, on both sides. Lots of lawyers in the family. So it sounded like the trend, like the in thing to do. I was very curious. I wanted to understand more. I saw that they were very successful, so I thought I'll go that way. But when I got into university, way back in 1986, I discovered after the first year that I had more in me because we took some modules that were childcare related. My mom was a teacher. My mom was a twin. Twin was a teacher as well. So I was caught between both professions. And I decided to take some modules in my first year to test the waters. And after the first year, I decided I was not going to go in the legal way, even though I had gained some experience. I was going to go down the route of working with children. And that's how I got to where I am today. And I've never looked back.
What your
So
parents said, Elizabeth?
my parents were very understanding. They,
Oh,
they, they follow the lead because if they see the potentials there, they encouraged you at the time. And that's what it should be, really.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's just being a lawyer, it's quite, highly regarded kind of employment, whereas working with the children, it's very emotional, I would say. It
That's
can
right.
drain you. It can, because you're working with the little ones, you're working with the parents, you take the troubles, the emotions back home. So
That's
it
right.
can be quite hard. So when you decided to do the go into early years,
Mm.
how did it go? What did you do? And what kind of did you have that kind of, okay, that's it, I'm going? Was there a kind of
No.
moment or it was kind of
I
gradual?
mean, I had that very first year in the university, like I said, to choose my options, my modules that I wanted to try out, test out. I did gain some legal experience, definitely, and I'm still using them in terms of regulatory compliance, in terms of contract drafting, reviewing contracts, in terms of, funding grants, you have to know all the small prints. So all of that still helps. But
Mhm.
testing it out in the first year, taking some childhood modules really showed me that that was what I wanted to do. That was my year to convince myself. So it's always important to be informed before you step in,
Mm.
So that 1 year was my year of sort of information to test out whether I wanted to do this or not. And then by the time I got to my fourth year, which was my final year, and we had to write our dissertations, I just went straight into one of the educational approaches, and that's what I wrote um, my dissertation on. And of course, it was a first class.
Mhm.
So it's been a journey, but that journey was started by me testing out the waters in the first year of my university.
But anyway, so she's asking that how did you test the water? Do you mean testing water with working with the children?
Testing waters with actually taking the modules and getting some practical experience. We were given placements in schools, 2-week placements in different schools, children with special needs, children in a normal private setting, in a state-funded primary school like children's centers. So we had 2 weeks each in each semester. We had 2 weeks each in each of those different schools. So you could actually practicalize what you've been learning in the lecture rooms. So yes, Bolanle, we had that experience of 6 weeks across that 1 year.